Hey guys, this is Starshot, here to welcome you back to another Let's Play of Legend of Heroes. We last left off talking to a fisherman, telling us about that female bandit, sky bandit we ran into back in Roland, who may be the one who's here, who was here and who committed all those burglaries. So now, and she apparently the guy overheard that they would return to this inn here in 2 days, which happens to be tonight. So to finish that up, we'll go ahead and grab ourselves a room here and wait for them to return. Will you be staying here with us tonight? Yeah, that's the plan. Hold on, Estelle. If there's anything that we haven't taken care of, we better do it now. I don't want to head back to Boys after we've gotten a room. I guess you're right. Yeah, this is the game's not subtle way of telling you that if you do this, then, you know, you're pretty much set on a course to finishing up the main quest. And you'll lose out on any quests you haven't completed by this point. The only quest that should be left to do is the Stolen Ring, which is actually something we'll be able to do as we continue through the main quest. But as long as you've taken care of any of the monster exterminations and all the other side quests beforehand, you should be good to just go ahead and get a room. And then there aren't any more hidden quests. The hidden quest we did with at Amberl Tower is pretty much, you know, the only one you have to worry about. And I think that should be the same for the other regions as well. But yeah, so make sure you've kind of done what you've wanted to do before you get a room here. Alright then. Please, come with me. I'll show you to your room. This is where you'll be staying. I will leave you here, so please relax until dinner is served. This is quite a nice room. It has a certain atmosphere that you just don't find back in the city. Yeah, it's great, huh? It wasn't that expensive either. What to do now? How about we relax until it gets dark? Oh, what a nice idea. I'd be more than happy to do just that, but is it really okay to take it easy? Rest when you can. That's part of the bracer's job, too. This is our free time, so let's enjoy a meal, take a stroll, or something else. Wow, what a picturesque view. The entire lake looks like it's glowing. Too bad we can't see the royal city on the opposite shore because of the haze. But from here, it's easy to tell that this is the biggest lake in the kingdom. This lake is like a fisher's dream come true. I'd bet it'd be a blast to throw a line in those waters. Then how about it? It might be a nice change of pace for you. Yeah, maybe I will. What are you going to do, Joshua? Me? Let's see. There's a book I've been meaning to read, so maybe I'll just sit in that chair and relax. How old are you again? Only geezers talk about sitting back and relaxing. Young boys are supposed to get out and move their bodies. I'll leave that part to you. Sometimes you can be such a drag. Oh well, I should hurry up and decide on a fishing spot. Somewhere around that pier looks like it might be a lucky spot for bites. So here's another kind of part of the game that you may not expect it. Instead of just skipping all the way to nightfall, they've decided to take this time to actually let you relax as a character. And this is pretty much where we'll talk to a few NPCs, like you can find out what these two are doing. And they're having a drink of chilled fruit wine together. Shahara, should you start drinking again when it's only noon? No matter how light the liquor is, drinking too much is bad for your health, right? Don't worry, the stuff is just like water. Estelle, sometimes we all need to take a breather. I understand your concern for Shahara, but you can leave her to me. Actually, Shahara's not the one I'm concerned about. So you kind of get their little banter right there. And let's see, I think Joshua's sitting here and asking if I'm gonna get a book, but yeah, I need to get a fishing line first before you can actually do any fishing, which is simple enough. You just talk to the receptionist here. Maybe I talk to this guy. I guess not. Let's see, I think... here we go. There, yeah, you actually have to interact with the fishing poles. And yes, these are fishing poles. Of course, they sort of remind me more like giant levers or something. So we know there are fishing poles here. Maybe I need to check out the pier first or something. Apparently we forgot we didn't have a fishing pole. And now we can finally try and borrow one. So apparently the order is pier to try and start fishing, and then talking to the receptionist here. Do you have a fishing pole I could borrow? Yes, of course we do. They're right over here, and they're free to use for anyone lodging here. Wow, really? Score! This is pretty nice rod to be loaning out to everyone. Alright then, I'll put it to good use. Please, enjoy yourself. But yeah, there is an actual little fishing minigame here. You can kind of spend a while doing this if you want, but... you know, just something to help pass the time and progress the story a little bit, but you can continue on as well. And let's see, from the pier, which would be the best spot to drop a line? And you kind of choose kind of where you're going. I'll go for west around the pier. I'm not sure how much there it matters in terms of fishing, really. I'll go ahead using a lure. So this is definitely one of the more laid-back parts of the story. You know, we just get to see kind of how the fishing doing, and you kind of just make these choices. So it's not really too much of a fishing game, but you know, you kind of just figure out how things go and see if things work out or not. And I got a carp, nice. And, you know, you can continue what you're doing or move on. I'll go ahead and try a change fishing spot here. And try hitting to the south where the sun is hitting the water. And try some live bait. So you can kind of see kind of what works, what doesn't, what you get, what you don't. You know, you have a chance of getting a different fish, which you can of course use for different you know, different recipes that we of course make use of. And I got a smelt. But I think I'm done for fishing for now. You can continue on if you want, but pretty much once you quit, then things move ahead a bit more. Man, it's already starting to get dark. I guess I ended up with a pretty good catch after all. Check this out, Joshua. Look what I caught. And he's not there. Huh? Joshua? What's this? 100 Days War. Seemed to have been left on the table. Estelle picked it up. I wonder if Joshua just forgot this. For being so sharp, he sure can miss some things sometimes. I guess I'll just have to take it to him myself. Then again, I wonder where he could have taken off to. So, let's go ahead and check inside first. And if you do, then you can see what these two are now up to again. So, you can hold your liquor, can't you? I think I've changed my mind about you. Come on now, drink up. Hold on, Shahara. Don't you think we're getting a little ahead of ourselves with this pace? It could interfere with tonight's... What are you whining about now? Come on and drink, you third-rate musician. Or are you saying that you can't keep up with me? Yikes. Estelle, don't just sit there and watch. Do something. Sorry, bud. Once she gets started, there's no stopping her. But you don't have to worry. Shahara's never gets plastered. Shouldn't you be worried about me? So yeah, I got, you know, a little comedy routine there of them drinking themselves to stupor. So, Joshua's not in here. Or in here, but I guess that's someone else's room. Not over here on the balcony. Let's go ahead and check over here. Hey there, laddie. What are you doing, whittling away the evening in a place like this? Not much. How about yourself? Are you done fishing, or are you heading back into battle? No, I've already had my fill. I'm sure it has been a while since I did, though. Oh, that reminds me. And she got the book she found on the table and held it out. You said you were going to read, but you ended up leaving your book on the table. You should be more careful with your stuff. Oh, that. I actually finished reading it. My eyes were starting to feel a bit tired, so I thought I would take a walk for a change. Liar. What? You're hiding your feelings again, aren't you? I can tell that's what you're doing. And besides, that's not really fair. You always find a way to cheer me up when I'm feeling down. And while I may not be as reliable as Dad, I can still give you a shoulder to lean on. Sorry. It's times like these when you should say thank you and not apologize. You may be smart, Joshua, but sometimes you don't seem to know what's most important. You're probably right. Thanks, Estelle. Very good. Now, that wasn't too bad, was it? Oh, right. And in return, how about you play me a song on your harmonica? As you wish. Is the Whereabouts of Light good for you? Yep, that's the one I wanted to hear. Well, yeah, this song will be an overarching theme for the game so far, since it's also the main theme for the game too. I wonder why it is that when I hear the sound of your harmonica in the evening light like this, it makes me want to cry. And there's the song again. So you're still not going to ask about my past, I mean? We promised, remember? You were going to tell me when you felt like it, and I wasn't going to ask, right? And considering that 5 years have passed, it doesn't seem like such a big deal anymore. Yeah, it has been 5 years, hasn't it? How can you just live with me, or for that long, and not have a million questions? That day your father came home with this beat-up kid. Some random stranger who never says a word about his past. Why'd you take him in like that? Well, it seemed like the obvious thing to do. Besides, you're family now, Joshua. And like I said before, I know you pretty well. You love books, you're a weapons geek, and you've got a serious knack for just about anything that comes your way. You're kind and fair, but you're also got a way of not letting others inside by using politeness like a shield. Now wait a minute. And you're caring and lonely. Of course, I don't know everything about your past. If you want to make comparisons, I don't know a whole lot about Dad's past either. But it doesn't mean that he and I aren't family, right? Being family for us has more to do with me knowing his personality, his habits, the food he likes. You know, the kinds of things that only I would know firsthand. And you're no different, Joshua. You make it nearly impossible to argue with you. You know that? It's been like that since the first time we met, and you gave me that flying kick to the gut as I was lying in bed wounded, I might add. Did I really do that? Yeah, injured and all. More than once. I'm sure it was just a bit of childish play. Blame Dad for my lack of social graces. Yeah, sure. Nice excuse. But anyway, Estelle. What? Let's make sure we solve this whole airliner mystery. I don't know if Dad's been captured or anything, but let's resolve this with our own hands. Sure. That's exactly what I intend to do. How about we head back to the inn? I'm sure supper is ready by now. Great idea. I'm starving. We need to eat our fill so we're ready for tonight. Ah, what a touching moment for the two. Oh, I almost forgot. Here's your book, Joshua. Oh, right. And she got the book over to him now. I'm actually done with it. And at this point, it'll just end up being bulk weight. I wonder what I should do with it. I'm sure I'll just can I read it? Just to see kind of her response, because I'm not sure about giving it to someone, because I think she'll just have it anyway. It looks like a pretty difficult book, but do you think if I'd spent some time with it, I would understand? I'm sure you'll be fine. There's already a lot of stuff you know in there anyway. So, do you want to take a stab at it, Estelle? Sure, I'll give it a shot. And now we have the book, The 100 Days War, which you can, let's see, you can go ahead and read. If you just go check in your books tab here, over in the 100 Days War. So, pretty much read it at your own time if you want. Let's see. And you pretty much just keep moving forward with the A button. You know, for the most part, I think that's something either any of you guys, if you're interested, will do it on your own if you want. Oh, here we go. We're back again, and there's even more bottles now. Help a fellow out. I'm begging you. I can't take another drink. Wow. I think I've just reconsidered my opinion of you, Oliver. It's pretty rare for anyone to still be conscious after a night of wine with Shahara. Well, didn't the two of you come at a good time? How about having a drink together? You're both good for that, right? We're going to eat dinner now, so the answer is no. Come on, you two. When I say let's drink, we drink! You're going to make me very angry if you don't sit down for a glass with me. Oh great, she's already reached stage 2, rage mode. Don't worry, Shahara. Oliver said he's good for another couple of rounds. How about having him keep you company? What? So you can still drink more, can you? Eek! Joshua, how could you just give me to her like that? I can't. I can't. Don't you feel sorry for the poor guy? I don't know. Should I? You're like a little demon. And cute at the same time, too. At least the fish are polite here. I guess he'll be just fine. How about we sit at the counter? I would hate to bother the two of them. Right, good idea. Please, Shahara, I'm pleading with you. You and the fish, don't pour me another glass. Ah. A nice quiet evening on the lake, and Oliver passed out. Oh. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, he's totally plastered. It looks like even a guy who takes his sweet time for everything couldn't stand up to a drunken Shahara. Oh wow, what a night of drinking. I've been so busy lately, I haven't been able to enjoy myself like this for a while. And you're not even red in the face either from all that alcohol. Are you sure you hadn't had some kind of special training, Shahara? Could it have been all the bizarre liquors I drank while I was in the troop? You know, like the ones with scorpions and asps in them? I might have built up my resistance that way, but who knows? Somehow, I don't think that's the case. By the way, what do you plan on doing with him? He's pretty much useless as he is. Let's just let him sleep. He looks so peaceful now, and we wouldn't want to disturb him. There's a very high possibility that we'll have a direct encounter with the Sky Bandits tonight. And getting a civilian wrapped up in the middle of it wouldn't be a good idea. Don't tell me you got Oliver drunk so he wouldn't be able to come along, didn't you? Well, of course I did. And he'll thank me in the long run too, after his raging hangover anyway. And so that whole time you were just toying with him, weren't you? Let's see. It's getting late. Let's hurry and begin our stakeout around the inn. Don't skirt around the issue, Shahara. Quiet, you. For the time being, we're going to circle up to the far pier. Understood. Alright then, let's go. And now you saw the devastating power of Shahara and her drinking. And he's still, you know, worrying in his sleep about it too. But oh well. Time to move on with the story and see what more progress we can make. Oh yeah, we were going over to the far side of the pier. So pretty much just over here. Let's see what we can find. I don't see anyone. I don't know what kind of business those siblings could have had here, but do you think they will really show up? There's no guarantee, of course, but if Lloyd's information has any truth to it, my best guess is that they'll be here. However, if we move around too much, there's the possibility we'll be seen and they'll take off. Since the Sky Bandits are supposed to come from the road, it might be a good idea to watch the area. Right, so where should we watch from? We need a place where we can see the road without being noticed ourselves. A place like that would be ideal. I think the best place to go would probably be up on the balcony here. Here we go. Hey, what's that? Well, it looks like we're a little early, huh? Yeah, it seems that way. You know, if this were the middle of the day, we could have gotten ourselves a bite to eat on the way. Quit talking nonsense. We're outlaws, remember? Now let's hurry up and get moving. Ah, wait for me, Kyle. Well, there the two siblings are. Looks like we're on the right track. I should have known it would be them. It looks like they're headed for the far pier. I wonder what they intend to do. Shall we take a look and find out? Let's try and get it as close as we can without being noticed. So yeah, pretty much once we make our way over, then the more of the story will begin, and I think we'll start finding out the bandits' plan. I should have figured they wouldn't be here yet. They always come exactly on time. I really hate those guys. They act like they're so superior, and to be honest, they're kinda scary. No doubt about that. They are quite the clandestine bunch. But there's not much we can do about it. This is an order from Don. This seems to be a good place. Yeah, we can hear every word they're saying, too. Hey, Kyle. Don't you think Don's been acting a bit strange recently? It's just not like him, if you ask me. You know, the whole hijacking of airliners thing. While I admit it was lucrative, now that we've got the army clamping down on us full scale. Not to mention those annoying bracers are now involved. And he's gone and taken hostages and demanded a ransom in return. No matter how I think about it, it seems like Don has gone way overboard this time. In the end, you'll always be just a girl. Deep down, you're just not cut out to run with the bad crowd. Excuse me? Okay, maybe not the best wording, but I meant it as a compliment. If things are getting too tough for you, you're always welcome to try salvaging a life back home. It shouldn't be too hard to get by as long as you don't set your sights too high. Although, admittedly, it is a bit colder than Liberl. Do you think you can just treat me like a kid and I'm not going to get angry? I'd like to see you get by without me, what with your crap cooking and all, not to mention the laundry. Do you really want to go back to burnt toast and turning your underwear inside out? Okay, I see your point. And I really am sick of toast, burnt or otherwise. But anyway, think about what I said before. It gets too late to back out. Before it gets too late to back out. Now, getting back to what you said earlier, I do have to agree that Don has been acting pretty weird. Does he expect us to just keep fishing for ransom? We should take what we can get. And I would like to believe that Don is smart enough to see that. Don't you think he started acting strange about the time that guy showed up? That's the one thing I can think of as to why he started acting like this. Yeah, and he was the one who introduced us to those other guys, too. He might have even gotten Don to buy into his ideas. Who is that guy and he? That's certainly a good question. Huh? What's that over there? What? What's what? It looks like whoever it was they were waiting for finally showed up. Ooh. Bigger conspiracy on our hands, boys. Let's see where it leads. It looks like you've made it. On time as usual, huh? You could have come a little early for a change, or even late. Definitely not my type, that's for sure. Say what you will, but we're trained to be punctual. Now, if that displeases you, then let me offer my sincerest apology. Relax, I was just being sarcastic. Now I know you guys are definitely not the type I want to be around. Enough already, we don't have time for that. Now, how about we get down to business? Have there been any other developments since last time? Yes. In fact, Her Majesty has finally made a move. She intends to contribute to the ransom from her own assets. Seriously? We're going to get paid out of the Queen's own pocket? I guess we're pretty close to getting the money then, right? How about the Royal Army? Is there any indication that they figured out where our hideout is? Not yet, but it's only a matter of time until they do. We've received reports that members of the Bracer Guild are on the move as well. At any rate, on the morning of the payoff, you'll need to leave your hideout behind. Yeah, no problem there. We just happened to run into the temporary shelter by chance. Don shouldn't have any regrets about it either. There are way too many suspicious types involved in this. What do you want to do, Shahara? Should we just storm in, shoot them all, let Adios sort them out? I've got a much better idea. A better idea? These two siblings appearing here means that the Sky Bandit's airship is parked somewhere nearby. There's not much we can do if they got away again, so how about we try taking that out first? I see, take away their means of escape, right? I'm down for that. How about you, Joshua? Joshua? Oh, right. Take out the airship first, right? Yeah, I think it's a good idea, too. What's wrong? Your face looked really tense all of a sudden. It's nothing. Yeah, I'm sure it's just my mind playing tricks on me. We don't have much time. We gotta get out onto the road and start looking for that airship before they finish their meeting. Well, now that we finally have our mission to look for that airship, we finally know what we can do, and we either take it out or we just board up onto it. But for now, join us next time when we go and look ahead for that airship. Until then, have fun gaming.